Donald Trump called India a dead economy. And predictably, everyone from the media to the opposition started hyperventilating. But here's the truth. Blaming Trump is not right, not because we agree with him, but because Trump does what any strong leader is supposed to do. Put his country first. When he slanders India or slaps tariffs, it's not personal, it's strategy. His job is to protect American jobs, American trade, American growth. But when Indian politicians, like Rahul Gandhi, echo those same insults, when they call India dead, broken, hopeless, you have to ask, whose side are they really on? And if India's a dead economy, why are we breaking every growth record in our history? If India's such a dead economy, then how do you explain this? Record GST collection, $270 billion. Vehicle sales, 25 million. Income taxpayers, 104 million. Manufacturing PMI, highest ever at 59.2. Exports, $825 billion. 46 million jobs created. Foreign exchange reserves, $704 billion. Sensex at 85,900. All this in 1 year. If this is death, I'd hate to see what a boom looks like. But here's the real danger. The Congress and the left aren't just repeating Trump. They're pushing a trap, convincing you that good economics is anti-national. They're turning global trade, private enterprise, and reform into dirty words. They want you to see America and capitalism as the enemy, so they can keep India locked in the failed socialist model they love so much. Here's a simple truth. Protectionism sounds patriotic until your economy collapses. High tariffs, license Raj, state control, it all sounds noble. But what it really does is this. Kills innovation. Reduces consumer choice. Raises prices. Destroys competition. Remember when Campa Cola was your only cola? When Ambassador was your luxury car? That's not self-reliance, that's stagnation. To be clear, rejecting all trade is foolish. But so is accepting every deal blindly. That's why Modi made the right call pulling out of RCEP. A deal dominated by China, a country that cheats the system, props up its firms, and dumps goods. At the same time, he signed free trade agreements with democratic allies like the UK. That's how a mature economy behaves, not by closing borders, but by choosing partners wisely. People lose their minds when the US raises tariffs. But no one says a word when Canada slaps 200% tariffs on US agricultural products. Or the EU imposes 50% on American wine. So here's a question. If they can protect their economies, why can't the US? Why is protectionism okay when others do it, but evil when America does? That's hypocrisy, not economics. You want to talk about real threats to India's economy? Let's start with this: 9 lakh crores spent on failing PSUs. R&D spend at just 0.6% of GDP, lowest in BRICS. 51% of graduates unemployable. 79% of our workforce unskilled. 56% of school kids can't divide or read a Class 2 text. We're spending more on vote bank freebies than on future innovation. That's not strategy, that's suicide. Let's talk about the sacred cow, agriculture. 44% of our workforce is in farming, but it contributes only 14% to GDP. 110,000 farmer suicides in 10 years. 81% of cropland uninsured. 40% of it still rain dependent. Sugarcane alone takes 71% of all irrigable water, yet prices of sugar are crashing. And what do we produce? Pesticide-laced, rotting, rain-dependent, rat-eaten crops that no country wants to import. And then came a solution, the 3 farm laws. Laws that gave farmers a choice, a private market, a future. Every major party once promised these reforms. But the moment Modi delivered them, they all U-turned. Suddenly, black laws. Suddenly, dictatorships. Highways blocked. Riots ignited. India lost 500 crores every day for a year. That's not protest. That's sabotage. Protectionism is not patriotism. It's a trap. A lie. A shortcut to failure. Yes, we need to guard against unfair trade. But what we need more is reform, innovation, and open competition. Because only through competition can we evolve. And as Darwin said, only the fittest survive. Let's make sure India survives and thrives.